My daughter woke me up this morning, and I kind of woke up late because I didn't fall asleep until about 5 this morning. I was busy rearranging furniture, but I digress. I got this really bad news here. Anyway, they tried to say a single man did all this carnage, and it's the headline here is mass shooting outside Las Vegas's Mandalay Bay, 50 plus dead and 406 sent to the hospital. Now, I read, and I'll show it later on in this article, that it was over 515. And we'll go through the updates, but yeah, it says 406 sent to the hospital. And if you can see in this picture, there's just carnage. I could not believe being in that. I mean, this is a horror story, it looks like. I mean, it's an act of terror from one man, supposedly. But anyway, let's go on with the article. A gunman reportedly opened fire on a country music concert outside Mandalay Bay Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada on Sunday evening. 50 plus people are confirmed dead, and there are 200 plus reported injured. Now it said 406, now it says 200 plus. Anyway, reported injured. One suspect. I think there's more. I mean, how can one man do that? Anyway, one suspect named Stephen Paddock is confirmed dead by Joseph Lombardo, the sheriff of Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. The gunman opened fire on tens of thousands of concertgoers gathered for the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival. And here we have updates here, and it starts with the most recent, and then when I go down, it shows the most, when practically it first happened. Anyway, update 12:50 p.m. PDT, and I'm assuming that it's Pacific Standard Time. That's just me. Anyway, oddly enough, it is the Washington Post that thoroughly destroys Hillary Clinton's non sequitur about silencers and the Las Vegas shooting. It says Clinton and others appear to be assuming that silencers or suppressors, as they're known in the industry, work the way that they do in the movies. Screw a little barrel on the end of your pistol and you can run through the enemy headquarters, picking off bad guys with no more than audio footprint than a little zip. And here it has a poster here, well, not a poster, but a sign here. Our prayers for the victim, our gratitude for the brave first responders. And here's a tweet. Sign outside Mandalay Bay, hashtag Las Vegas. And anyway, here's an article. It says, one man, 29-year-old Sonny Melton, had traveled from Tennessee to Las Vegas for the concert with his wife, Heather. When the bullets began raining down from above, Sonny shielded her from danger, selflessly giving up his life to save hers. They've been married for just over a year. That's sad. I don't know if they have children together or not, but, you know, continuing on. Others risked their own lives to save people that they had never met. Like McCary of Philadelphia, laid on top of students at the concert to protect them from gunfire. They are 23 to 20. I am 53, he said, and I've lived a good life. Lindsay Paget and her fiancé, Mike J., fled for cover during the attack and immediately returned to the scene with their pickup truck to help transport the wounded to nearby hospitals. Gail Davis, who was attending the concert with her husband, said she owes her life to a brave police officer who instinctively served as a human shield, protecting her from harm. Sadly, multiple police officers, both on duty and off duty, were among those who were killed or injured. But what these people did for each other says far more about who we are as Americans than the cowardly acts of a killer ever could. The Gospel of John reminds us that there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for a friend. The memory of those who displayed the ultimate expression of love in the midst of an unimaginable act of hate will never fade. Their examples will serve as an eternal reminder that the American spirit cannot and will not ever be broken. In the days ahead, we will grieve as a nation. We will honor the memory of those those lost as a nation, and we will come together, united as a nation, united as one nation under God, indivisible. Sorry, I do stutter a little bit and a little dyslexic from my brain tumor. And here's a tweet. Former press secretary's briefing today. Mike Gary laid on top of students at the concert. They're 23 to 20. I am 53, and I have lived a good life. Another tweet here. And this is where I get suspicious of gun control, but the Senate is now holding a moment of silence for Las Vegas. Here is a video you can watch at your own leisure, and in the description below I will leave a link to this article. And Fox News, moments ago, President of the U.S. and FLOTUS led a moment of silence for Las Vegas victims. And here's a tweet down here. Dan Real, per NBC News, police department breached the door at 11:20 p.m., so approximately 1 hour, 10 minutes after the first report of shots fired. Another one from Charlie Spearing. The only person with blood on their hands is that of the shooter, says Sarah Sanders in response to Hillary tweets. I don't know what Hillary wrote down. And here we go. White House weighs in on gun control. I'm sorry, if we have gun control, how can we protect ourselves from maniacs of this man? And like I said in the beginning, I think it's more than one shooter. It's an act of terrorism. Now, a terrorist doesn't mean it's somebody from ISIS or anything else. The meaning of terrorist is person who strikes terror in the hearts of others. And it could be anybody of any color or anything else. As we'll see here, it's an elderly white guy. Anyway, Sarah Sanders says that strict gun control laws have not helped prevent gun violence. Amen. In Chicago, you can get guns on the black market, and that's what's really sad. Personally, I don't own a gun, but you know what? I'm for the Second Amendment. You know, if you need a gun to protect your family, you have every right to, or even to protect yourself. Anyway, going on with this other tweet from Charlie Spearing. Sarah Sanders says it's premature to discuss policy on gun control when we don't know all the facts. Here it says, update, dueling outlooks from 2 press conferences. And this is Gabby Gifford's husband. He's an astronaut, and you know, I guess works for NASA. Got to get all the details. And a tweet from CBS News. Your thoughts and prayers are not going to be enough for the next shooting, astronaut Mark Kelly says. As a Christian, I pray But you know, the way things are going, if you read Bible prophecy, it's not going to get any better. I'm sorry to say that. Anyway, ABC News tweeted, Press Secretary Sanders tears up while speaking about the acts of heroism during the Vegas shootings. The American spirit cannot and will not ever be broken. And there's video footage that you can go ahead and click on. Again, CBS News. What these people did for each other says far more about who we are as Americans than the cowardly acts of a killer ever could. And you can read this at your own leisure, and of course it's signed Nancy Pelosi. I don't think much of her. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi, she put, Speaker Ryan, it's time for action. Congress must create a select committee on gun violence. I'm sorry. Like I said, you can buy them on the black market and it doesn't matter. There's just nothing you can do about it. And I'm for the Second Amendment as well. But anyway, it says new reports claim the number of guns in Paddock's room was between 18 to 20. And this is the man that did the carnage, I guess you could say. And it says police have found at least 19 weapons, rifles, and handguns in the hotel room used by Las Vegas shooter, sources say. Wall Street Journal wrote 18 to 20 firearms, some fully automatic. Now those are illegal, and I think they've been illegal since the Reagan years. Fully automatic? No. Semi-automatic? Okay. That's what we're allowed. But fully automatic, you know, there's carnage that can be done with that. And it says, I'll start again. 18 to 20 firearms, some fully automatic, were found in the room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay. Las Vegas suspect likely used automatic rifle and massacre. The gunman, who authorities said killed at least 58 people in Las Vegas, appears to have used at least one fully automatic rifle and had more. But still, I cannot, even with a fully automatic weapon, I can't see it being one man. There's some agenda. Here it says, first and foremost, ATF would like to extend its condolences to the families and friends of everyone involved in this tragic event. ATF is currently conducting an urgent trace of firearms recovered from the scene in Las Vegas. ATF is committed to providing its investigative resources to local law enforcement throughout the investigation. And here's another video with Gifford here and her husband. Nick I'm having a hard time pronouncing words. Nick Reisman, sorry. Senator Kirsten Gilbert says Congress needs to consider gun control measures after the Vegas shooting. More gun control. I think this is very politicized right now. Former Rep. Gabby Giffords arrives at Capitol for press conference on Las Vegas shooting. Now here's the articles I was saying here on the news. CBSN. It says 58 plus dead, and there it says 515 plus hospitalized in shooting. At the beginning of the article, it said 406. But I will go ahead and, like I said, and again here, 58 plus dead, 515 plus hospitalized in shooting. But, like I said, I will leave a link in the description so you can go ahead and read the rest of this at your own leisure. Because it's a pretty long article, and already I'm getting up to 15 minutes. But anyway, this is awful. This is just awful. But anyway, there's the whole article. Here it said 515 plus and 58 plus, and we're, of course, scrolling. Let's get to the title here. 406 sent to the hospital and 50 plus dead. Doesn't make sense here. But anyway, I guess that's it for right now. Go ahead and read the rest at your own leisure, and like I was saying, I will leave a link in the description to this article. Anyway, thank you for watching. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you see this. You know, like I said, thank you for watching.